Welcome to the H12 Prep Softball Report. I'm Ramon Scott and I'm joined by Dave Dickens of EastCountySports.com. And Dave, we brought a young slugger into the studio here at Mount McGill, Kate Maines of Christian High. The freshman, she's got 2 home runs already this season. She hit one yesterday. We're going to ask her a little bit about her power on the field and her pitching prowess as well. And ask her about our Patriots and how we're going to get things going as we start league play. But Dave, you might have a few questions to ask Kate to get us rolling.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they've had a little bit of a struggle from the start, but you do have 1 win on the season. You've had a few innings, but Mallory's been having most of the work so far this season. Do you know the reasoning behind that? Why you don't get more of the action?
Well, I would assume because she's a senior, she should get priority over me because I'm a freshman. But I don't know. She's better in different aspects and I'm better in different areas, but I think we both even out pretty much.
And you're both quite the hitters, of course, too.
Yeah. She had a nice hit last week, I believe. And yeah, that was pretty impressive for her.
And in the game yesterday, it wasn't particularly going the Patriots' way, but it had to be a little pick-me-up once you did get a hold of that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game, but we tried our best, and at the end of the day, we knew what we needed to work on, and we did a lot today in practice, trying to prepare for our game tomorrow.
Kate, you've had a pretty good start to your career out there, and I'm sure you can learn from your senior teammate on the mound. Yeah, maybe she's gotten most of the reps, but I want to mention a great performance you had against La Jolla, striking out 9 and picking up your first career victory. And yesterday, Dave, you mentioned the home run. They did lose 9-1. It was a solo shot, but unfortunately right now, Kate, you have 2 home runs and the Patriots have 2 wins. Now, I think you might go on and hit a few more home runs, but pretty sure we want more wins than home runs at this point. It's got to be tough on Coach Gentry, and these Patriots are used to winning. I know I wouldn't want to be going to practice right now. What's going on in the workouts?
Well, he's just been pushing us harder and harder every day, and like, hey, you guys need motivation, so if you don't get motivated yourself, we're going to run. So we've been running, but I don't know, I feel like it's preparing us more and more for the hotter games of the season, and I feel like it is motivating us because we don't really like to run that much, so
Yeah.
we're getting motivated.
Yeah, right. They'll play Mar Vista, and then they'll play Mission Bay again later this week, but although Mission Bay is in the same league as Christian, that's not a league game. The great thing for Christian right now, even though we have a 2-7 record, is league play hasn't started yet. It's all going to start over next week.
Right, and is that Mission Bay, is that the makeup game that was played? Are you guys going to play that from the 2nd inning, I believe it was?
I believe we're going to start from the 2nd inning.
Okay, which it was it tied?
It was 4-4.
Right.
It's tied, yeah.
Okay. So that's a very winnable game also. I mean, and a good way to head into league if you can take at least 1 out of 2 and get started with some league play. Make some damage.
Kate, it was looking pretty easy back then and kind of brought her back to reality a little bit with some of these losses, but how is the confidence level of the team moving forward, and can we turn it around in time for league play?
Yeah, I feel like we're just getting better every day, and every game's a better game in everything overall. And yeah, we do have our errors and mistakes, but every time nobody wants to make that mistake again, so we're fixing that slowly but surely.
Right, and I mean, you look at some of your league foes that you have ahead of time, and I mean, it looks like a pretty tough league to be in and a tough schedule, but again, with your new addition and playing some of these tougher teams before you start league play, hopefully you'll be conditioned and ready to go and possibly even compete.
Well, we had Audrey Shabloski on earlier in the season, and you both actually hit a home run, I believe, in that game. Tell me about some of the veterans that you look up to on this team.
I really look up to Audrey and Mallory both because they've been playing for a while now, and I feel like they're 2 people that I can rely on when I need help or need something fixed, and they're just both very good, and it's fun watching them play and getting to see like, hey, this is what I could live up to and be one day.
Yeah, and especially swinging for the fences, knowing that I believe Audrey's only one ahead of year one behind her, so you can catch up pretty quick. You could be the two sluggers, and I mean, you got to admit, for a freshman so far, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, I felt pretty nervous coming into the season, but Audrey had told me, like, hey, you're a freshman, it doesn't matter what you do, nobody really cares. And I kind of forgot about that for a while, and then this past game, I kind of thought of that again, and I was like, I'm a freshman, I'm here to have fun and make new friends and learn how to play softball at a higher level, and that kind of just set in, and I felt like I played better that game because I remembered just to have fun.
And that's exactly. She actually, when she was on our first show of the year, that was one of the things that Audrey had mentioned too. That both to you and being a freshman, said gave the same advice to Mallory about being a senior. You're just a senior. Relax. You're on your way out. You've done some good things here. Just relax and play the game.
Just want to ask also about some of your younger teammates. You mentioned that maybe the Patriots have maybe not found their chemistry because of the mix of older and younger players. I think we've just had a kind of a tough schedule. The games have been relatively competitive. There have been a few lopsided losses, but relatively competitive. Who are some of your younger teammates that you expect to climb the ranks with over the years?
Well, there's Rachel, who's playing first base right now, and I feel like she's going to come and really help us out as she grows and as we all grow as a team together. And then there's Donnell, who's our outfielder. She kind of plays everywhere, but she's very good as well. And I feel like as we all hang out as a team together and grow, that we're all just going to kind of gel and bond. Because we have so many young players, it's easier to kind of grow over the years, I guess, because we're not moving on like separately. We're all together for 4 more years, so we kind of have to like each other, and we're all going to grow.
Hey, Dave, you mentioned that Kate hasn't pitched recently. I think maybe 3 or 4 appearances so far this season, but I think that just comes with time. She's hitting .319 this year, drove in 5 runs, so yeah, great production for a freshman, especially getting in the circle early on in her career.
Yeah, I think that really the only thing that, and you would agree probably, Kate, that you guys really need to work on is, I think the ERA is at 7.64, right around close to 8. I'm sure that Coach Gentry has spoken to you guys about that too, and really to offset that, and you've done a pretty good job, both you and Audrey and Mallory as well, getting those hits and putting those points on the board so you can offset and not put it all on the pitcher's shoulders.
Yeah, I feel like we're all kind of doing our own part, and the girls who haven't played are starting to hit now, which is amazing because we can rely on the bottom half of our lineup now to hit and potentially hit in runs, and the top of our lineup is very good as well, and it's nice to know, like, if the top of our lineup hits, the bottom of our lineup will hit, but if we're all, like, having a bad day, then it's going to be a bad day.
Visit the H12 Sports Academy off of Old Highway 80 in El Cajon. Get lessons from top local instructors. Use our team workout and cage facility specials, newly renovated, for baseball and softball. Plus, have your performance metrics analyzed using patented technology in HitTrax. That's the H12 Sports Academy off of Old Highway 80 in El Cajon. Call Scott Hoppy Hopgood at 619-328-1412. That's the H12 Sports Academy in El Cajon.
And welcome back to the H12 Prep Softball Report. Ramon Scott with Dave Dickens, EastCountySports.com. Dave, let's wrap up the rest of the softball leagues real quick. There wasn't too much action over the last time we spoke with our fans, but the third-ranked Granite Hills Eagles, they're 11-3 and we're scheduled to meet Torrey Pines in a Falcon Fiesta game on Wednesday. Granite was on a 7-game winning streak heading into that one. The Eagles defeated Steel Canyon 10-2 in that anticipated league game on Monday. Senior Katie Dobbs drove in a pair of runs and struck out 8 in just 3 innings. Granite Hills also defeated Valhalla 12-3 last week as Chloe Knepp and Haley Johnson added 3 RBI. The Eagles lead the Grossmont Hills League by a half a game over Santana. The 12th ranked Sultans were scheduled to face Valhalla on Wednesday in a Grossmont Hills League game, and then against West Hills on Friday. The Sultans beat Steel Canyon last Wednesday 6-5 as LaKayla Aquinaganak David had 3 hits and 2 RBI, and Haley Justice scored 3 times. And then the Sultans beat Grossmont on Friday for their 2-0 league start as senior Shelby Holmquist and sophomore Emily Leggett both drove in a pair of runs. The 15th ranked Foothillers, which won 3 games last week, are currently in 3rd. The Hillers met Scripps Ranch on Tuesday. They beat Fallbrook last week as Katie Contreras had a home run. The Steel Canyon Cougars defeated West Hills on Friday 9-5 as seniors J.J. Venzer and Audrey Baggy both had 3 hits and drove in a pair of runs. Star Gaylord had 3 RBI for the Wolfpack, which has lost 5 straight. Steel plays UC on Wednesday, then a league game with Valhalla on Friday, then at Mira Mesa and the Falcon Fiesta on Saturday. Busy week for Steel Canyon. Valhalla, they're still looking for their first league win. The Lady Norsemen faced OLP on Tuesday. Dave, the Eagles right now are in command in the league race, just by a half a game. I wouldn't say in command over Santana, but right now Granite, Santana, Grossmont, Steel.
Yeah, I'm still going to say that with Chambers that Granite Hills is going to stay at the top and finish that league and win it.
We're seeing some movement in the polls now as the Grossmont Conference teams start to squeak up in the rankings a bit. In the Grossmont Valley League, the 16th ranked El Capitan Vaqueros. They've now won 7 straight games. The Vaqueros met Ramona on Tuesday. El Cap beat Christian High 8-6 on Thursday behind 3 RBI from Bailey Olafson, and Alexa Williams entered the game in the first inning as a reliever and proceeded to get all 21 outs. The Vaqueros are 2-0 in league and will play 3 more games this week, including a league game at Monta Vista on Friday. Helix is 1-0 in league. They're scheduled to face Monta Vista, who's also 1-0 in league on Wednesday, so that's going to be a big game early on to see who's going to keep pace in the league standings. The Highlanders won big over Escondido on Saturday and Mount Miguel on Monday in the league opener. Meanwhile, the Monta Vista Monarchs defeated Kearney on Monday 16-4 as senior Iona Upham remained hot with 4 RBI. Dave, do you see anything in the Valley League? El Capitan's off to that great start, but Helix and Monta Vista certainly title contenders.
Yeah, I think right now El Capitan, I tell you, I think they play a game every single day of the year when it comes to softball season. And with Alexa Williams and Bailey Olafson, just to name a couple, I think they're going to lead that team to victory. I think they're in control of that league as well, but I'm not going to count out the Highlanders as Helix is coming up as well. And I know it was Mount Miguel, but boy did they take it to Mount Miguel yesterday. I believe it was 20-0. But I think those are going to be the 2 contenders.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us on the H12 Prep Softball Report. You got some sponsors you'd like to thank, Dave?
Yeah, I'd like to thank American General Construction, Al's Sport Shop. Also like to thank Nicolosi's Italian Restaurant, Marcherio's. Also, grab a great pizza over there. Also like to thank County Motors and also Elliott Towing and our main sponsor, H12 Sports Academy.